Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My favorite workout that I've discovered, like my solo when I'm in the gym workout that I just love doing, and that is the Stairmaster. And I feel like I have really cracked the code on the Stairmaster in a way that I don't see other people talking about. I don't go super fast. I don't do anything crazy. Like I don't do any like sideways anything or backwards. But what I do is I am extremely mindful and controlled in my movements. And I think that makes all the difference. What I will do is I will go at a maximum speed of about 7 or 8. I have seen workouts where you're supposed to go up to like 18 for 2 minutes, and I just don't think that's necessary. Like I see people who are on the Stairmaster and they're like hunched over, fighting for their life, going as fast as they can. And I'm just never like that. And my heart rate still gets up to peak zones. Like my Fitbit is still going off. I'm still getting great cardio and I'm not dying. I'm not suffering from my posture. So I stand up very, very straight, shoulders back, and I am very, very certain and careful to engage my core. So because I do Pilates, I'm pretty aware of how to do this, but I definitely am sucking in, engaging my lower abs in particular. It's almost like you need to do a stomach vacuum. So if you don't know what a stomach vacuum is, it's when you basically try to bring your belly button all the way back to your spine just by pulling it in. And you have to do it with your core strength. You exhale all your air. And how I first started to learn how to do this when I was just starting out was I would lay on the ground in a bridge position and I would just try to bring my belly button, my navel, all the way back to my spine. And it would help me because I would notice that without even trying, my hips would sort of lift a little bit and you would feel your tailbone tuck under, and that's how you know you're doing it right. And then the best way to build that up is to just keep doing it repeatedly or to try to hold it longer. And you want to do that every single time you're doing any sort of abdominal exercise. And that's really like the beginning foundation in order to be able to use the Stairmaster in the way I'm talking about. What I'll do is I will very, very deliberately pick up each foot. And in order to avoid knee pain and to feel the workout in my glute, I will pick it up very carefully and slowly, almost at like an angle, very controlled. Like if I'm going to, my knee is basically at a 90-degree angle and it's like my foot is sliding right onto the next step, very smooth. I'm not running or anything like that. And I am pressing through the bottom of my flat foot into the stair so that I am feeling it in my leg and all the way up to my glute when I press down, like I'm pushing down. That way it's not hurting my knees. If I feel knee pain when I do the Stairmaster, I know I am doing it wrong. I will do that and I will keep my hands on my hips, or I'll keep them on the side of the machine or in the front of the machine. I don't do anything crazy with that. And I do it for about 25 minutes, maybe 20 if I'm feeling pretty low energy, and I'll cool down for about 5. The first 5 minutes, I'm usually going about 3 or 4 just to warm up. And then I'll up it to like 6 or 7. I feel like I'm getting to the point where I could do 8 soon. But that is how I'm really aware of everything, and that way it becomes an ab workout too. So the other thing I can do is if I want to take a wider step, I can actually pick up my foot when I take a step more than a 90-degree angle and crunch my oblique to the side as I'm picking it up, and then I place my foot down and push through the Stairmaster, the ground that I'm making contact with, the stair. And that way I'm getting that little like side crunch as well. My posture is very, very straight. I think people look at me and are wondering why I'm going so slow. But because I am so controlled, my heart rate gets up there. I still get great cardio. And it's not something that's leaving me completely out of breath. I'm still breathing heavy. Like I'm definitely getting a workout in. Almost like a full body experience, not just like a leg and glute experience, or if you're doing it wrong, like joint pain on your knees. So that's my life hack. Just really good posture, really controlled movements. You're almost like lifting your leg to that right angle with your lower abs, if that makes any sense. If you've done Pilates before, you'll probably sort of know what this is or just work out a lot. But that's how I use the Stairmaster. I don't do any like crazy glute kickbacks. I don't do any crazy interval training. I just sort of increase the speed once I'm warmed up. I stay steady and then I cool down. And then after that, I will go do like my floor exercises, like my ab and stretches. So yeah, that's just a short video on how I use the Stairmaster, and I hope it's helpful. We don't need to slump over like we're dying. We don't need to have our whole body hunched over or like to the point where we feel like we're gonna pass out and fall off of this high up moving fast machine. Oh, that would be terrible. So just try to be really aware of your posture, straight back, abs engaged, and you're pulling up your leg with your abs and then placing your foot down on the stairs as you keep going. You're not going too fast where you're going to lose your form. Form is number one for me. If it gets to the point where I'm starting to feel knee pain and I'm losing my form and my posture, I bring it back down a level so that I can keep that, because it's injury prevention and it's also making sure I get that full body workout. Maybe this was obvious. I don't know. I don't see people really talk about how to use the Stairmaster, and just from my own personal experience of watching other people on Stairmaster, I get the feeling that maybe people don't know what they're doing. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.